Yes, welcome to the podcast. I have a special guest with me today from Ireland. Well, welcome to the channel Easy Crow.
Hello.
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 Yes, and it's very exciting for me to having a guest for the first time on this podcast. And well,
Oh,
why not take Easy Crow? Well, how are you
thank you.
doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been crazy the last couple of weeks now where we're officially in the ESC 2026 season in here in
Yeah.
September, first 2 weeks now. A lot has happened within those first 2 weeks, but yeah, I'm just laying out process and did it happen naturally. Things broke down, things happened.
Yeah. I
Processes.
mean, I mean, when I do my TikToks, I was like, wait. Usually, when this time around, we're just like, okay, what singer, Melfest is going out with what singers are gonna be, what countries is
Mm,
confirming. I was like, we are having so much drama, and it is like,
mm,
anyway. I mean, there's so much to dive into, but anyway, what do you feel we want to talk about today? Because yeah, it is
mm.
so much going
Well,
on.
I suppose there is a big elephant in the room as we speak when it comes to the participation of many countries. And that is due to the fact that of the country's presence, they're all considering, because I think it was Slovenia who got the ball rolling on that, saying they were uncomfortable with their presence
Yeah.
for 2026. And then it was like a domino effect with like Spain getting involved, also bits of Belgium having
Wait, what is
controversy.
it?
And then the biggest one, which was my country, Ireland, the country with
Yeah.
the most wins, along with your country, who they also joined the boycott, saying that that country participates next year, they will not be there in Vienna. So that was huge to
I th
process, you know.
But I think the bigger surprise when you saw the news that France has joined the lineup of the countries that will boycott, I was like, even
Mm,
France? Oh boy.
mm,
I mean, because I don't know how many YouTube Eurovision reaction channels and all of that I follow on Instagram, and I got this post from, I don't know, you know him, Eurocelso Reactions. He was like, okay,
mm,
we have, I mean, your country, Ireland, Portugal, Iceland, Slovenia. Slovenia was the first one, Spain and the
mm,
Netherlands, and then yesterday we also had France. I was like, Jesus. And then, of course, you have those countries that are saying that no, 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 we want Israel to stay. And those who are, according to the Post, Azerbaijan, Austria, Italy. Many people are saying that Italy has not said that. Germany, Greece,
mm.
Cyprus, and Switzerland. So it is just pure chaos. So excuse if this episode is a little bit all over the place. I didn't, like I said to you, trying to plan this topic, I was like, it is impossible to plan these topics because every news is
Mm.
changing between like every 10 minutes, it feels like.
Mm. Yeah, like even of all my years being a fan, I've never had to like check the media as much as I have. You know, like every 2 seconds a new post comes in on Instagram and like TikTok
Mm.
and stuff. But yet, to quote the fellow ESC legend who always says, "Do not believe the media," because so many of these posts that are coming in, we don't know if they're true or not because people are coming out saying they're fake and stuff. So I'm like, what's true and what isn't? You know,
Yeah,
it's tough. It's iron in my brain.
yeah,
Sounds interesting.
I'm gonna say the latest post I saw online on about this whole thing was from Easy News that said that there is no, let's quote, the EBU has not made any proposals that count regarding
Mm,
participation in next year's Eurovision Song Contest. The consultation with wider EBU membership is ongoing and no decision will be made until the progress concludes. I was like, what? Okay, so yesterday we talked about competing underneath a neutral flag or withdrawal. I was
mm.
like, for 1 year, I was like, okay, so
Nah,
now it's like nothing is proposed. What is going on?
like how would that work? A neutral flag, like
I
we
mean,
we
man,
now move on to a neutral, and you have received like what?
I
That makes no sense.
think many people are saying that like they are doing in the Olympic Games, like you're underneath the neutral flag, you're not participating as a country. Maybe it is the
Mm,
broadcaster and you. I was like, but that's like why you compete if you cannot celebrate. Let's pick one. Celebrate with the flag.
yeah. Oh man, like I just don't know what to think about now, and it's crazy because like what's going to happen in the next couple of months when because December is the big drum roll because that's when
Mm.
these decisions are going to be made in that meeting.
In
So
December,
yeah,
yeah.
shit's about to go down. Shit will go down.
I gotta say, like I said, countless times when I talk about this, I was like, some countries I feel like Yeah, you will withdraw. You have said it before, like Iceland, who have said it for years now. They will withdraw. They will withdraw. Have you withdrawn? No. So it is a little bit hard to actually. I don't know. Like I said, it is so hard to take everything seriously because there's so much to do, so much to think about.
Mm.
I know this.
Yeah, totally.
I know this episode is all over the place. I'm sorry, but it's when you're deep down in this, it is a lot to think about.
Mm. Yes, like I just don't like I don't want like from my point of view and stuff, like considering how many countries I think are going to withdraw, like I know for Vienna 2026 it is not looking good when it comes to all the drama already and whether or not we'll even have a final next year. Like when it comes to semi-finals, some people might said we just might have one big finale if all those countries are going to drop out, you know. So the EBU just need to really be careful, be smart about the decision because if not, like we even have debates. Will Eurovision happen next year? You know,
Mm.
because so much chaos is collapsing. Like,
And the funny thing that those people who don't watch Eurovision or follow Eurovision, they just watch that 1 week, the semifinals and the finals, and then they skip everything
mm,
else, and then they are back.
yeah,
Also, you have no idea how much drama
mm,
that is behind the scenes because,
mm,
like you said, we have to wait until December for the big meeting that to take place, and like, yeah, and.
mm,
We are maybe looking forward to Eurovision like in 2007, that we have that huge semifinal. I mean, that huge semifinal was like a finale, like with 25 countries, and then we added into
mm,
those countries into the finals. It feels like we are heading towards that again.
yeah, and I'm just thinking as well, like if that country is present next year, let's look at the last 2 years. 2024, they came fifth.
Mm,
2025, they came second. There's only one step higher. And it's very likely they could get that going away their methods when it comes to their public votes and even the juries, they get more points and stuff. So yeah, that's my big worry because if that country wins, you just imagine the drama that's going to break out, you know. So that
the
was just it just
drama,
leaves me worried that you know.
the drama. I mean, oh boy, the
Yeah,
drama. I mean, everyone will be like, canceled, canceled, canceled.
yeah. Because like even fans who are from Israel, like who want their country to stay, even they have said themselves they don't want their country to win because they know that it would be chaos if they do with kind of other countries' reactions and the broadcasters, you know.
I can believe it. I can believe the fact that they are. It will be so much drama. I'm sorry. I'm just really like I have nothing planned, so my
Yeah,
thoughts is
that's the
like
truth.
blank. I
That's the
my
truth.
my my thought is like blank at this moment.
Mm,
I mean, that is the thing when you're reacting to Eurovision within the last 3 years is that you be like, you want the best song to win, but at the same time, no, you don't want that
mm,
country to win because the chaos is coming to. It is so crazy the fact that in 2023, when Israel came third with Noah Kirel and the unicorn, everyone was like
mm,
praising it, praising it, praising it, and then everything switched with 1 year, and then everyone was like, boo. And then they
mm,
came fifth, and everyone was like, boo! And like you said, they came now second. I was actually surprised that she came second. I thought top five,
mm.
maybe top five, top six, maybe there, place fifth, sixth, but second? Ooh,
Yeah.
that was a huge thing. Mm,
Mm, absolutely. And just look, like, it's kind of like, look at the views when it comes to
mm.
Spotify streams and YouTube. Like, it's not adding up. Even Switzerland with Voyage, like, Zoe May, one of my favorite performances last year, no, this year, last year. But yeah, with them getting like second in the juries and then like 0 points in the final. So from the
No
public
point.
side, they were the least favorites. And then when it comes to Uval Hill with New Devil Rise being the top favorites by the public according to the televotes, but then
I
you look at
mean,
the
no,
streams,
I
and
mean,
then
she's.
Voyage has more streams than New Devil Voice and YouTube views. So it just goes to show, like, I just don't see what like Con, the Israeli broadcaster, what they're trying to prove here, you know? Because I feel them winning, like they're not doing themselves any favors by doing all these strategies when it comes to ads on YouTube and stuff. Like they're really not making a good image for themselves.
No, again, like you said, the fact that just, I'm gonna say, I don't know if you follow Aussie Visual Net on Instagram. They had, I love love that page because they put together like a month ago that the top 10 most streamed Spotify songs from Eurovision on August 6th, 17. And we have Sweden, Estonia, Italy, Portugal, Germany, love that song still. Norway,
Mm,
Austria, the Netherlands, San Marino, and
mm,
Finland, and Israel is all the way down to 17. So,
yeah.
and I hear your points, the fact that how can she come so high, but the
Mm,
streams is so low. So,
mm, yeah.
but like I said, I think also if Israel, the big pink elephant in the room at the moment in Eurovision world, is kicked out of the
Mm,
competition, I think that will be a huge setback because I think many people who supports Israel will not watch. The
mm.
viewership will.
Yeah, potentially. And then, because that's the thing, because in the last 2 years, the Eurovision views has gone up and stuff.
Mm,
Wait, so are you saying because I suppose a lot of like Jewish communities in a lot of countries, they're voting for New Deal Eyes, just because of the support of the country. So do you think that that's the reason for the increase in the viewership? Because a lot of those Jewish people in countries are watching them because of what's happening?
I mean, I'm gonna say we saw what happened with Ukraine in 2022. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm,
I mean, I'm gonna
yeah.
say I think that is the point. I think the reason why Israel is doing so successfully the last 2 years is what's going on, and I think many people are maybe strategically voting and sympathy voting because I mean, I'm gonna say Ukraine. No offense to Ukraine in 2022. I actually was on wine night with a friend, and we actually watched some Eurovision stuff, and we watched 2022's songs, and we was like, "Oh, 2021, it was such a strong finals. Let's do talk 2022." And we watched the songs. It was like, "How did Ukraine win?" But then again, it was like, ah. And unfortunately, I think that is the reason why Israel is going so far up. But even though they send quality,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think that. Yeah,
I
our
mean, I'm
brains are
gonna.
melting. It's hard to comprehend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say I'm sorry. I mean, I know I'm excusing myself for doing this because next time if we do this, I maybe be a little bit more prepared with questions because you are such a fabulous host yourself. So I was like, "Ugh, I
Thank
need
you.
to do it.
Thank
I
you.
need to do it better." Anyway, I mean, I'm gonna say let's talk something else. How long have we talked first of all? I know, but anyway, if we talk Eurovision selection for Eurosong, I'm gonna ask you this: if Ireland chooses to stay for next year,
Hmm,
what is your song? Who do you want to see represent Ireland? Because I think Ireland needs to rebuild the legacy
hmm,
they have because Ireland has, of course, the most wins, but after 2000, if we take exception of Jedwards and Bambi Thug,
hmm.
Ireland has not done that well within the last
Yeah.
20 years. And
Hmm.
to rebuild the legacy to maybe potentially collect that eighth win, who should go for Ireland?
That's a very good question. Thing is, for this week, well, last week I should say, there was a songwriting camp in Dublin,
Mm.
my country, where a lot of songwriters, even Amy, are entry this year. She was one of the songwriters, so she was reaching out to other Irish artists, and they were writing songs and preparing for future entries for your song or selection for 2026. And there was one entry from your song 2025, which you might remember her, is Bobby Arlo with her song
Mm.
Power Play. She was a big favorite in that she was the favorite to win your song before the live performances.
Yeah,
And
I'm,
then she
I'm,
ended
re- I,
up.
re- I re- my memory. I have a goldfish
Yeah.
memory. If those who don't know it, I have a goldfish memory. I
Mm,
recall that, but I think I didn't like the live performance because the live performance was like,
mm,
But so
yeah.
she's in the talks of going back to Eurosong.
Yes, because her like nobody's heard her song yet, like because it's not public. But
No,
those who are like
no.
her other songwriters, and even the old head of delegation for Ireland, Michael Keeley, he listened to the song, and he said that it could be our best entry in years, and it could be one to watch. So it could really be a contender. I would say.
I mean, the thing is that when people say that, you build up so much expectations. It feels like with
Mm.
2025 with Germany, oh, we have the song to win it all. Sure, Baller was
Mm.
amazing, but not that
Oh
was not a
yes,
winner. Or Claude
loved.
for us
Mm.
for the Netherlands, the same thing. Oh, we have the song, we have the best song, and all of that. And it was like, uh-huh. But
Mm.
what do you think we will see if we send her?
I think this because a lot of people like they didn't like they weren't a big fan of her reaction after your song because she went to an event on Instagram saying how like RTE screwed her over and stuff when it comes to like camera angles and people just saying she's just being a sore loser. But you need to remember your song like our national final. It's terrible. Like the sound, it's so small. The staging, they don't listen to your direction. So yeah, RTE they're not great at producing the national final. So yeah, I
Mm,
really hope for your song 2060 you put a bit more effort into the production. But yeah, no, I really do think she is a brilliant character, and fans loved Power Play before it came out. So I feel like she does have a lot of potential, and she could be an amazing representative if we do pick her for 2026. But
I think.
also, there
Mm.
is
Oh,
another singer. What do you want?
no, no, no. You were like,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There was just one singer as well. His name is Young Cracker. He's an Irish rapper. He
John.
is
What is
interesting.
it? What was his
Oh yeah,
name?
Young Cracker.
I thought it was a young crackhead. I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, and he's an Irish rapper. Like he actually
Mm.
raps some in Irish and stuff. He was a bit popular on like TikTok a few years ago in Ireland.
Oh.
But yeah, he has said he wants to submit a song for your song 2026. And I think that would be very interesting, you know, because we've never sent an Irish rapper singing in like in Irish before. So I feel like even if he wouldn't do well if he qualified, regardless of that, I feel
Mm.
it'd be interesting for Ireland to try something new because we saw with Bambi Thug in 2024, us being
Hmm.
experimentative, it can pay off, you know?
Yeah, we saw what Ambithog did in 2024. It was a little bit out of the blue because usually Ireland sends the ballads, they sends the culture, and then it was like, uh, the witch is coming.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm gonna say when we talk about rapper, you can say who you have on your right in the green with the career.
Hey.
That was a little bit like the Finnish rapper who came out
Mm.
of the nowhere and became one of the biggest Eurovision icons in the last 10 years. I mean,
Mm.
both of the people you have on your photo is Eurovision icons to this day. So I can see Ireland send something very out there, maybe a rap song, but will it be in Irish or in English? That's the question.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Because,
I'm gonna say just quick because a few days ago I did an interview with I think it was Associated Press about Intervision, and she asked me what I want to see about the Melfest. I was like, I mean, since Kai, I think we can see more variety of songs, and I think, like you said, something new for
mm,
Ireland too.
yeah.
Mm.
Because it
Anyway,
really works, you know. Because,
huh?
like you were saying with Kai, there was something different for Sweden. You know, I never sent anything before. We thought we were going to get the typical Swedish pop song like we needed to do with Mons, you know. But then
Yeah.
Kai were the saviors, and then why they didn't win, they're still very loved in the fandom, you know, because they were a breath of fresh air. So we're so thankful that they sent them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kai is collecting the awards. They're touring at the moment, so they are fine. So
Hmm.
anyway, I don't know how much else we have. How do you wanna deep dive in this recent chaos? Because like we have said, there's so much. Mm.
Yes,
But I'm gonna
only getting
say
started.
we are just getting started. I think we have started, but it feels like
Mm.
where is the end?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I think at the moment you don't know where we are going because what is the future of Eurovision gonna hold with Israel's
yeah.
compet no
Mm.
Israel.
Yeah, yeah. Because here's the thing as well. I planned on going to Vienna 2026. Like
Mm.
I had my accommodation booked. I haven't booked my flights yet. But now that I've heard the news about Ireland, I'm kind of saying, if like say if they withdraw, do I still go? You know, like is there any point? Is it going to be a good experience for me and stuff, and for many other fans in around the country, for like countries for like fans from Iceland and fans from Belgium and Spain, like if their countries put out as well, you know, what's it going to be like for their mental health? You know, because like it is hard to like go to a contest and your own country isn't there, you know, just to cheer them on. So yeah, I am debating, and it will be interesting to see what happens next year. But yeah, that's probably my biggest worry at the moment, you know, because
I,
I always want my dream to be in Eurovision, but will that dream ever come true now?
I'm gonna say you can go if you. I'm gonna say there are countries that are not in Eurovision, but the fans are still going. But speaking of
Hmm.
Ireland, there were news reports about the fact that the RTE, the broadcaster, would not show Eurovision if they withdraw. How do you feel about
Hmm.
that?
like it's sad we have to come to this. Like we know because like us Irish people, we love the contest. Like because I love finding these artists and stuff. But yeah, I think I always knew it was going to come to this because like no one my country stands on the country, you know. So like I always knew we eventually wanted to see him out, but I didn't know we take these extreme measures in
Mm,
order for that decision to happen. But I suppose but with other countries having our backs, it just gives me hope that the right decision will be made, but and that we will still be broadcasting and we'll still participate. But like I said, we don't know yet. Once
no,
December hits, we'll get an answer.
no. No, but anyway, I'm gonna say we can wrap this up a little bit beautifully because there are also reports the fact that we might have a country coming back, and that is, of
Yes.
course, North Macedonia, who is reportedly
Yay.
considering coming back. But I'm gonna
Mm.
say, except, and then with there are talks of potentially. I don't know where people get this from. The fact that USA is gonna join and Canada is gonna join. I was like, the whole Kesha thing. I was like,
Yeah.
no offense to me, but I don't want a USA in the competition. Not
Yeah.
Canada, fine. But then we have Kazakhstan.
Mm.
That Kazakhstan is a country I would love to join Eurovision because I didn't know how much do you have you followed Eurovision.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah, I haven't like I don't watch it like year after year now, but I do check out some of the songs. And yeah, Kazakhstan, they are very good at the contest. So yeah, it would be
mm.
interesting to see them in the edit version.
I gotta say, for someone I have followed Dimash Kudaibergen, who is a very famous Kazakhstani singer. Gorgeous
Mm.
vocals. I'm gonna say top-notch vocals come with. He's better than JJ and Nemo combined. That man can
Wow.
sing. That man can sing. And I was like, Kazakhstan joining
Yeah.
Eurovision and Dimash Kudaibergen can join. Thank you. But like
Mm.
we
Mm.
accept and then of course we are talking maybe Turkey. Turkey is also rumors about
Mm.
coming back. But what other
Mm.
countries do
Mm.
you
And
want
if
to come back?
Kazakhstan,
Hmm?
mm. Well, obviously Moldova. I missed them this year because they're always a fun country to have.
They are the
So
campy
it's kind of
country.
unfortunate. Yeah. Another country like Turkey. I didn't know if their previous entries like Manga, they're always in my heart, the real winners, 2010. But
Ah,
yeah, who
you're
else?
talking
Maybe.
Turkey. You have to
Um,
talk Sertab Erener every way that you can and sway
oh
your
yeah,
hips, darling.
yeah. Oh yeah. Bulgaria as well. They were a powerhouse.
Hmm.
So that would be lovely. But I don't think I can see it happening though, just because of like financial issues and stuff, and just how the
Yeah.
country views the contest. But yeah, no, I am hopeful now that we might see North Macedonia coming back because they really are an amazing country, like their previous centuries. So fingers crossed.
I'm gonna say, like you said, Bulgaria I think after 2016, Bulgaria became like a powerhouse because looking at the results after 2016, well, I think she came sixth in 2016. They almost won 2017. Victoria's
Mm.
entry 2020, 2021. I see you watching the clock, so,
Oh,
but
yeah.
anyway, I'm gonna say, like you said, some countries want to come back, but hopefully we maybe have one returning country for next year.
Please.
Anyway, please. But anyway,
Oh,
I'm gonna say thank you,
mm.
darling, for joining me on this
Ah,
one.
oh,
So
thanks so much for having me.